What's up guys, Magic Knives here, and in today's video I'm doing another DIY airsoft project, specifically a DIY target project. This is what I consider as, or call it, the hostage target. Normally in airsoft, or sorry, in the real steel world, you'll have a target just like this. You'll have a little small target here, which would be the bad guy, essentially. You would shoot that and then it would swing to the other side, much like a dueling tree would. However, in my situation where we have a final popper target in one of our stages in the airsoft range, you shoot that, that stops the time. We would usually have a paper target as the hostage, okay? So that way you know you obviously killed the hostage and the mission failed. Now, because we didn't want to, we wanted to save resources, we don't want to keep having to use paper. We switched to a metal target, but then the problem is it's harder to tell sometimes, especially when it gets noisy. It's harder to tell whether or not you actually hit the hostage or not. So it kind of didn't make it realistic in terms, because you didn't know. Sometimes even if you missed, you couldn't quite tell whether you actually hit the hostage. So in this case, what I've done is I got this special no-shoot airsoft target. I'll leave the link in the description where I got it. I got it on eBay, and it'll take about, I think, 2 weeks to ship normally, but I managed to kind of get this a little earlier, week and a half about. And it'll normally come with like a stand that allows you to stand the target up, but because I wanted the ability to have the target fall so that you have a very clear indication that you shot the hostage, right? So what I did is with a metal drill bit, I drilled a hole right through the middle here, and it's basically attached to a little gate hinge that, I guess you can see, screwed in at the back. I did super glue it because these kind of screws and nuts, they tend to get loose over time with stuff like this, so I super glued it so that way it won't come undone. Right here, obviously this is where the hinge is screwed on. As you can see, it's just a simple 2x4, and then the actual base of it is another 2x4. It's about 3-4 feet, 3.5 feet, I think, and then just another 2x4, and then a 1x2 for the Z fold. Let's give it some support. And now you will have to play around with the angle a little bit, because I did this when I drilled the hole, it was a little bit off. So in fact, I'm actually having the actual base of the target is kind of what's helping it stand upright, but you kind of have to, in this case I had to lean it back a little bit more, as you can see. So it is at a slight angle backwards, but I think this is a good thing, because especially since this target is quite heavy, or heavier than your normal small airsoft popper targets, you will, like, because airsoft BBs don't have a lot of kinetic energy or joules to really deliver that blow. You want it like barely, like even just the slightest tap, especially like at the base here. You want it enough, lean back enough so that it will fall back no matter what, even if it hits the like the wood portion here. I wanted to make sure that even if you hit here or here, it would cause enough shake to cause the target to fall down and let you know. So yeah, I did have to kind of bend the hinge a little bit, kind of curved backwards, as you can kind of see. So that's kind of what's allowing this target to be a little bit leaned back, so that way, of course, when you hit the target, especially around the base here, the target falls backwards like this, right? And as you can see, I had this 2x4 at this length, so that obviously the target falls down just like that. That way you know you just killed your hostage. So, and then with a gentle hand, of course, you can just stand it back up like this. See, that was not a gentle hand. Right about there. Yeah. So see, you need it like you need this like a very gentle touch to get it to stand up, so that any little hit to the target itself or the base here will count as a hostage hit, so, or killed. So remember, you're gonna have to play around with that hinge angle as well as the target, and just having it right up against the base of like the target mount. So that way, wherever you hit, obviously if you hit at the top, it's definitely gonna knock it down. But you want to make sure the bottom portion as well as here, like it's leaned back enough so that any little hit to it is gonna cause that target to fall. So just to give you a quick demo here, I'm gonna grab my Glock 18C. This is my Glock 18C here, okay? And I'm gonna shoot right around the base of the target first. Obviously, if I shoot at the top, it's gonna fall, but just to show you that this works, I'm gonna shoot it right around the base of the targets first. So right about, so that's the base of the target. As you can see, falls down perfectly, makes a nice sound to let you know that you just killed your hostage. Alright, and what's obviously cool, as you can tell, is with this design, you got two hands, so it's a perfect indicator to let you know that this is a no-shoot target. This is the hostage you're trying to save. So now I'm gonna aim now towards the underneath the target, right around where the first block is, and then even the bottom block. So just so you can see that even if I don't hit the target itself, if I hit underneath it, it will cause the target to fall. As you can see, just like that, didn't hit the target, hit right about here, still made the target to fall. So you gotta make sure, like, if you miss, you don't hit any portion of the actual target. And I'll try to hit the bottom, like the stem now, to see what happens. Yep, and even then, still causes the target to fall down. So as you can see, if you're gonna make something like this, if you need a hostage target for your airsoft range, or just something that you're wanting to work on for an obstacle course or something for airsoft, this is something that you can do. This honestly took very little time to make. I think it only took me about 45 minutes to an hour at the most. It only took that long just because I had to play around with the screws, or like where I'm drilling it and stuff, just to make sure that you know, everything was set up properly. And like I said, the thing you'll have to play around with the most is the angle of the target, as well as the hinge itself, just to ensure that you're getting the least amount of like force needed to knock this target down. So again, whether you're shooting here, or right around here, if you're a really bad shot, then you're gonna kill that hostage, because this is basically kind of like, if you think about it, this is obviously the head, this is the body, and then this is kind of the lower leg portion. So it would make sense that, you know, whatever you do, you're gonna knock that hostage down, and basically telling you that you need to watch your aim and work on your aim. So if you have questions, leave them down in the comments below. Hopefully this was something helpful for you if you're looking to make something like this. But yeah, thank you for watching. Hope to see you guys in my future videos, and until next time, peace out, guys.